Hey guys, it's Jeff here once again. I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to keep it down a little bit because once again it's another late night video from me. I have I think sometimes a loud voice, and you're like, why is he trying to keep it down? What the fuck? Can his neighbors actually hear him talking? Yes, they can. It really sucks. This apartment sucks my balls. They really can. If I speak in my normal voice, my neighbor downstairs can hear me. So I hope you can hear me though. And this video is coming in at the end of another long fucking goddamn week. And I'm gonna throw a little bit of an update on me in here because whatever, this is just video bullshit, webcam bullshit. Uh, God, man, working my ass off still. And like the last couple of days, I don't know if you saw it on your local news, but if you live in Chicago, you know that we got hit by a really bad storm that knocked out power to like 500,000 people. Once again, this happens all the time. And every time it happens, I have to sit here without power for days. So on Thursday night, I watched Toy Story on Blu-ray. Friday afternoon, my power went out. And today, Sunday, my power came back. Didn't have power for like 30 hours. Which I guess, hey, good, awesome, because last time it was like 40 hours. But honestly, man, Chicago got fucked up. So I can't entirely blame ComEd. If you see the streets around here, there's like huge giant trees that like I saw a tree laying over a baseball field at a school and knocked down the fence, like the whole fence for the baseball field. Um, anyway, so yeah, I watched Toy Story 1 and 2. And you're like, so what, dude? Everyone's seen Toy Story 1 and 2. Well, I haven't until this, past week. And I don't know, I guess like when they came out, like Toy Story 1, it came out, I was like 13, 14. I was too cool for school. And Toy Story 2 came out, I was like a senior in high school. Didn't, I don't know, I just was into different things back then. I've always, I really enjoyed Pixar's work over the years. I mean, Wall-E is one of my favorite movies ever. Up, who didn't love Up? At least, who doesn't love the first 10 minutes of Up? It's brilliant. So I'm like, oh, I like Pixar movies. I got an HD TV. I heard animation looks really good on Blu-ray. Let's check out Toy Story. So I checked out Toy Story 1 and 2 on Blu-ray for the first time ever. I swear to God. Never seen them before. So I'm going to give you a fresh, non-nostalgic perspective on the two. And I'll try to fit it in one video. It's not too much to say. I know I've wasted already half my time here. So who knows? Maybe not. Sorry I do this, guys, but I just gotta talk about some shit. Um, Toy Story 1. Let me get the plots out of the way real quick so I can just focus on what I want to talk about. Toy Story 1, it's about, I'm not going to go too deep in them because you've seen them, but like these toys come to life. Toys are actually living beings. And there's all these toys that are this one little boy named Andy's toys. And, main characters are Woody and Buzz Lightyear. Woody's like the cowboy guy. He's like Andy's long loved toy. And then there's Buzz Lightyear's like the new spaceman toy, and he's like the new hot toy. And so like these toys, or Woody in particular, is worried about being upstaged by the new toy. That's like the main theme running through it, and then, like the story is just kind of like a buddy movie, like buddy adventure. where Buzz and Woody get taken outside of the house and they have to make their way back through an urban environment, and they bond over the way. It's good. It's a good movie. Toy Story 2. You have these characters maybe a year or two down the road, even though it's 4 years later in real life, in our lives. 1999 as opposed to 1995. And in Toy Story 2, basically, Woody gets snatched at a yard sale by like comic book guy on The Simpsons. It's like a toy collector guy. He owns a toy store, but he like snatches Woody, and Woody's like this famous old doll. Which there's something about that doesn't make sense, because why is Andy's favorite toy an old doll from a show that got canceled? Supposedly Woody's show got canceled like in the 50s. He's a collector's item. Why is it like one of his toys? I don't know. That kind of rubbed me a little wrong, but I just think of it like maybe Woody's like Mickey, like he's been revived over and over. Like, yeah, the early Woody stuff was canceled, but Woody as a character has endured over the years, and so there's new toys with him. But Pixar doesn't really say that, so I think it's kind of a little flaw. That's the plot of the two movies. Honestly, I like the second one more than the first. And, this is speaking from. I understand the first one's a classic, and I get why it's a classic. But just as an adult watching it now for the very first time, I preferred 2 over 1. Although I really prefer Pixar's other movies more than Toy Story. Like, Toy Story really is geared more toward kids. That's not a bad thing. It's a great movie for kids, and I'll get into why. But for me, I like the Pixar movies that'll make me cry. Like WALL-E made me tear up in the theaters. Up, the beginning of Up, I didn't cry, but wanted to like go shoot myself or something. And I could tell you already that this video was going on too long. I've already wasted so much time, and I apologize again about that, but I want to talk a little bit more in depth about each of the movies and why I like 2 more than 1. Basically, just 2 has a little bit more heart to it. It has a little bit more depth to it. You can already see Pixar maturing as storytellers and as I guess masters of their craft. And you know what? We'll just keep going till the 10-minute mark, and then I'll go into the second video. But I guess Pixar 1. That's how you know it's been a long couple days. You try living without movies or TV, or you just work your ass off and come home and sit there in the dark and sit at the kitchen table. But Toy Story 1 was more. It's just very basic, and I get why it's a success. There's a couple reasons why it's a success, or why it was like such a big deal when it came out. I mean, for one, at the time, Toy Story 1 ushered in the modern computer animated movie. Before then, it was sometimes it was computer animated. I'm no expert on this, so someone correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe before Pixar it was computer animated, but it looked like just regular 2D animation. And Pixar looks like a video game. Pixar just looks beautiful. It's just these computer generated 3D models, graphics. That, by the way, on Blu-ray, even Toy Story 1 on Blu-ray, just stunning. Wow. But there's a couple of reasons why I think Toy Story 1 was such a big deal. Not just the computer generated animation, but that's part of it.